Here we are with another game from the round of 64, I believe. Spawning at the 9 o'clock position on Catalina is going to be CPU, the yellow Protoss from Team Alien Invasion, and his opponent Oogway from Team... I don't really know this team, so I'm just going to call them SFC, playing the red Terran at the 5 o'clock position. So many new teams just kind of sprung up lately, especially in these cups. It's really nice to see. So yeah, this map I'd say is slightly better for Terran players than for the Protoss players, and that's because of the third base. Of course, the Terran player wants to be the one who is aggressive. And if you want to be aggressive on this map, it's a good map to do it on. Especially, you know, if the Protoss player, if CPU were to take a third base over here, then the Terran player can abuse this ledge and try to divide the army. It's, you know, when you have Colossi, they have to walk all the way around. If they want to walk up the cliffs, then they're virtually unprotected by the other ground units, so you can just load up one medevac, unload it on top of those Colossi and just snipe those out. So if the Protoss player's micro is not on par with yours, you can gain a lot of advantages just by abusing the terrain of this map. If you're a Terran player, if CPU takes an expansion over here, it's way better to defend, however. And these spawn positions could actually suggest that CPU would be taking this base as his third. So it's going to be up on Oogway to figure something out here and try to pressure the Protoss player into making some mistakes. Now CPU opened with 2 gases, not going for a quick expansion, not just yet, mining with 4 probes of those assimilators, and just making sure that he gets the mothership core out before anything else, not trying to go for something like a Nexus before Cyber Core or Nexus before Gateway, etc, etc, etc. Now we have 100 gas for Oogway, which means the factory might be going down right now. But it's not. It's going to be a command center, so not going to be opening with a 111. That gas, however, still may be used for something. No reactor going down on those barracks, no tech lab, no nothing. Oogway is just going to go ahead and scout the main base of CPU. The mothership core is not yet out, nor is the Stalker, so... oh, he actually gets that probe. That was a little bit sloppy by CPU. You definitely can survive an early Reaper poke without losing any probes whatsoever, and the Reaper does get away. Very nicely done by the Terran player, but he didn't see... yeah, he did see with the SCV. He saw with the SCV that there is no expansion for the Protoss, and he did get a good count on the number of pylons. He saw 3 pylons, as you can see, so in Oogway's mind, I think he's not afraid of any proxy tech right now, and he is following this up with that reactor and the factory just a little bit later than one would assume. And here comes the Stalker poke. The bunker is not yet down. The Reaper will have a little bit of a tough time getting in there because it's pretty low on health. And this can do a lot of damage, mind you. The bunker is completely empty, and there are more units coming in here for CPU, so he did delay his expansion in favor of doing a little bit of damage. Has to be careful though, because there are 2 Marines out, the mothership core. You just don't want to, if you don't have to, you don't want to use the mothership core's energy right now to do a time warp. And CPU will be aiming to kill as many workers as possible with this. Has to safeguard the mothership core from going down, however. Oh, that... oh, God! Can he recall still? Oh, recalls one of the Stalkers. The second one was left behind, but still, 1 Stalker for 1 Marine and 4 SCVs. I'd say that's a very worthwhile trade. Behind this, CPU getting the Stargate. Let's see. We're probably going to see an Oracle unless he wants to play Phoenix Colossus, which is a very difficult build to pull off. It's going to be an Oracle, and he's also getting a Twilight and a Forge. So. Yeah, I mean, he's done the damage that he needed to, and now he's got a couple of minutes. I'd say just about 4 to 5 minutes before Oogway moves out of his base with medevacs and good upgrades. where he can tech to his heart's content. I don't think Oogway will be moving out anytime soon, but he could try and harass with the Widow Mines. He did go into the starport straight off the back of that factory, so currently he has those Widow Mines placed defensively if CPU is not looking, and he may lose this Oracle. Does he see the Widow Mine though? I think he definitely did see the Widow Mine. You see this crack right here? I think CPU is well aware that the Widow Mine is right there. And this was very well done as well. 3 kills to that Oracle's name. Overall 7 SCVs killed to just 1 probe. This may change, however, once the medevac with those Widow Mines goes out. If Oogway decides to do that, that is. And he's delaying his, by opening in this style, the 1-1-1 opener, even with an expansion, you're delaying your upgrades for the infantry quite a lot. So your stim is going to be very late, your combat shields are going to be delayed, your +1 attack, +1 armor is going to be late as well. So you have to do economical damage with these Widow Mines. Because if you don't, then once these upgrades kick in for the Protoss player, oh my god. Okay, just 4 kills, that's good enough. And the Widow Mine stays. So if CPU was paying attention, he should have looked at the timer, and the recharge time of the Widow Mine is 40 seconds. So after 35 seconds, he should pull these drones towards the north side and just leave one probe here to trigger the mine, and then he can resume mining. Or he can trigger the mine on these drones right here, these probes. Not gonna happen though, and the cannon is going to finish, take out that Widow Mine. Wonder, that Oracle in the meantime, however, he got 7 more kills, so that's 14 more SCVs. Not more SCVs, but 14 SCVs that already have gone down. Storm is finished for CPU. And he's warping in a couple of Templars. He's worked in those just recently, so he's got 3. 2 of those, 1 of those with Storm, so he'll have at least 3 Storms in a couple of seconds. These charges on the way, as well as +2 upgrades. And I mean, his ground army is going to be super potent versus this very marine-heavy army with not quite enough medevacs just yet. And I mean, 1 or 2 good Storms can completely decimate this marine count. And still, Oogway is continuing to tech. He's a little bit starved for gas, which means he cannot produce too many Marauders. Nor Hellbats, nor anything, pretty much. He's going to check the 3rd base, and going to check up the ramp as well. He sees those Templars, and this should force him back. I mean, you see this many High Templars, and with Storm, you don't have Ghosts, you're only on Marines, you have 0 upgrades on them, you should not attack. Dropping the Protoss player at this time will be a little bit, or slightly more difficult as well. And what the... how the hell did this happen? Wow. Really? CPU is just going to go for it. He's on 5 gateways, 2 more opening up just now, so he's this is 7 gates with a lot of Storms, +2 armor on the Zealots in charge. And I think Oogway realized a little bit too late what is happening here. And even morphing in some Archons, I mean... who needs sentries for force fields to deny the repair on those bunkers when you have this type of army? The Widow Mines could make all the difference in this fight, as they do get a couple good shots on the Zealots, but look at those Storms completely decimating the Marine army. 14 Marines already have gone down. How many do we have remaining? Just 14, 12 now. And it's still going to be going down with these Storms. Even if this attack fails, all the SCVs will have been killed. The natural denied from mining, and Oogway's game plan has just not been good enough, falling apart here to CPU as he GG's out of the game, and CPU moving forward into round of 32.